All right, so this is the first goal of the night, courtesy of Lorenzo Insigne of Toronto FC. And so you can see Insigne highlighted there on your screen. Toronto's going to have the throw in here, and the Union forced Toronto just to pass backwards, and not enough pressure here by the Union's front three. Michael Bradley lifts his head, finds a pass that he wants. We're going to track Insigne here. Now, I want to pay attention to Jacob Glesnes because he's at fault for all three of these goals that the Union conceded on the night. Remember, Insigne started on the left-hand side, and now we see him just start roaming towards the middle of the field. Now, pay attention to Glesnes, like I said. You can see he's not aware of Insigne at all. His eyes are clearly focusing on the ball, and he's not going to be aware of this run that Insigne is going to make right by him. It's a bad pass backwards to Glesnes, bad clearance, but again, just unaware of Insigne right there. Easy finish by Lorenzo. Get a little dab action here. Not sure why we're doing that in 2023. Second one. I believe he does a third one here. But it's too easy here by Toronto. And Jacob Glesnes, after he was praised for his performance against DC United, another dab, he's poor against Toronto in this game. Bad touch, pass, not sure, all of the above. Jack Elliott gets done here by DeAndre Kerr, and Jacob Glesnes is just totally unaware of where Lorenzo Insigne was. That's poor on Jack Elliott for sure. Pedaling backwards, the ball is just played right by Jack, and now he has to try to catch his feet, and DeAndre has Jack completely off balance and finds the pass to Insigne. Good run, but this goal should have never have happened. Poor awareness by the Union's defense. Bad header backwards by Jose Martinez into Jacob. Jacob with a bad pass back, and Insigne gets his fourth goal of the season. All right, so this is the second goal of the match. The Union's only goal of the night. This one courtesy of Julian Carranza. This play is going to come off of a set piece by the Union. The Union had a couple opportunities early on in this game from set pieces off of headers. Could not capitalize, but they get this throw in right before the half, and they're able to capitalize on this. So Olivier Bazi is going to throw it into Mikel Ua. You're going to see Bedoya potentially get a flick on, and nobody marks Julian Carranza, who's highlighted on your screen, on the back post. And this is going to be good hold-up play right here by Mikel Ua. And notice on this pause right here, you have 5 players in the box for Toronto. And all 5 players are paying attention to Mikel Ua, paying attention to the ball. Nobody's aware of Julian Carranza free on the back post. And because of that, Julian's going to have an easy tap and great ball in by Mikel. Tomas Romero spills it. Julian Carranza's there for his 11th goal of the season, his first since June against Nashville. Really good set piece here by the Union. Totally unaware of Julian's presence, Toronto is. And we're going to go ahead and see just this great hold-up play here by Mikel Ua. This is something that Jim Curtin's challenged him on the last couple of weeks, is to have better hold-up play, to connect with the midfield better. We see a perfect example right here of Mikel's hold-up play. Great ball into Ale. Potentially gets a flick on, and Julian does what all good strikers do. They're there to react. Put the ball in the back of the net. Like I mentioned, Julian Carranza's 11th of the season. Great ball in, and unfortunately, the only goal of the night for the Union. All right, so this is the third goal of the match. Toronto's second of the night, courtesy of DeAndre Kerr. And so what you're going to see here is Mikel Ua get dispossessed by Kauai. And once Toronto wins this back, now they're just going to go ahead and pass around because there's no pressure here by the Union's midfield. The ball is going to find its way back to Kauai. And what should have happened here is we're going to have, when I unpause this, Jack McGlynn go after the ball, but we should have had Daniel Gazdag, who's to your left, attacking the ball, having Jack McGlynn drop out left to cover Franklin, and Jose Martinez as well could have been covered more to the middle. But you had all these midfielders, Martinez, McGlynn, Bedoya, all push over to the right-hand side because that's where the ball's at. But Daniel Gazdag is late getting back in position, because Mikkel Ua got dispossessed. And so Kauai is going to play this ball out wide right to Franklin. And because nobody's there to close him down, he's able to play this line-splitting pass in between Kai Wagner and Jack Elliott. And this has been an issue for a few weeks now. The spacing just mess up between the defense. You can tell it's an issue right here on this play. The ball goes in behind Kai Wagner. Bernadeschi's in, slots the ball, turn, goal for DeAndre Kerr. Jack Elliott, a little bit unfortunate, gets a deflection on this ball. Jacob Glesnes overcommits to the ball, and DeAndre Kerr does what any good striker does, let the ball go across your body, and it's an easy finish, just like the first goal that we saw Toronto score. And you can just see how much this means to the interim manager, the fans, the players, to finally get a lead back and push Toronto towards the victory. But again, just not good. The spacing, it's been an issue I mentioned. Jack Elliott, Kai Wagner, Jacob Glesnes overcommits to the ball, and Kerr just lets the ball go across his body, and this is just an easy finish. But the whole play could have been avoided if Daniel Gazdag would have been the one closing down the ball originally, which allows Jack McGlynn to slide out left. That does not happen. Spacing issues in the back for the Union yet again. Easy finish for Toronto, and it puts them up 2-1. Nothing Andre Blake could have done about that. And this puts Toronto towards the victory. All right, so this is the fourth and final goal of the evening. Toronto's third of the night. This one courtesy by Jonathan Osorio. And so Toronto are going to do a really good job moving this ball from right to left. Osorio is going to switch it to the left-hand side, and the Union commit a lot of numbers towards the ball side of things. And I'm going to pause it right here. We're going to pay attention to Olivier Bizo 1. Notice doing the typical Harris Mdunanen, pointing, not defending. How many of you Union fans remember that from Harris's day? And number 2, I want to point out just the numbers committed. You have Jose Martinez, Jack McGlynn. Everybody's concentrated on the ball side of things, on the Union's right-hand side, Toronto's left-hand side. And notice all the space for Toronto on the right-hand side. This ball is eventually going to fall to Franklin. You have Ali Bedoya, who's covering for Bizo because he pushed up. You have Jacob Glesnes free. You have Jack Elliott on DeAndre Kerr. But the Union just get really, really caught close together here on this ball, and nobody follows Franklin, and the ball is going to fall out to him right here. He's able to touch, but look at the spacing issue already. Behind Olivier Bizo and Jacob Glesnes, you have Bizo caught ball watching. He has Osorio make that run in behind him. Bizo's completely unaware. He's beat. And how many times have we seen this in the past with Olivier? And because the Union don't pressure him, he's able to settle, pick his head, great cross in to Osorio, makes it 3-1 Toronto. But a night of uncharacteristic mistakes by the Union's defenders. But this isn't the first that we've seen this season for the Union. This isn't the first that we've seen from Olivier Bizo. And this is unfortunate for the Union to come into Toronto and get completely outplayed like they were Wednesday night. Again, good ball movement by Toronto. Good movement off the ball. Nobody picks up Franklin, and it's a great ball in here. Olivier Bizo completely caught out of position here. Jacob Glesnes slow to react, and there's nothing either one of those two could do in this play other than communicate, and there was none of it. It's no pressure on, great ball in by Franklin, and this is what happens when you allow players that have time and space on the ball. They're going to be able to lift their head, pick out their pass. And this is such a simple ball. It's kind of like we saw in the first half with Kai Wagner and Julian Carranza. Kai picks his head, plays the ball into Julian, but Julian couldn't finish. All right, so like we always do, at the end of these episodes, we like to go ahead and look at missed opportunities in this game from either opposition or just highlight some plays throughout the game. And so this play starts in the 8th minute by the Union. A terrific ball in by Kai Wagner into Julian Carranza. Great trap down, but can't finish. And Julian Carranza knows that's a huge missed opportunity right there for the Union. Great run in between Petrita and Michael Bradley. It's a great first touch, but it lacks the finish. And this could have changed the whole game right here if Julian can put that in the back of the net. Chance number 2, we're going to see the Union turn Toronto over in their own half with Jose Martinez into Daniel Gazdag in Mikkel Ua. It's a bad ball by Daniel, and the shot gets blocked. Go ahead, watch it again. Just great awareness here by Jose. But this pass, poor into Mikkel. If this ball is more in front of him, it's a goal for the Union, 100%. Chance number 3, we're going to see the Union get another chance here with Daniel Gazdag. It's a great cross in here. Jack McGlynn pulls it back to Daniel, but it's got to be on target there. It's got to be on target. The Union do a good job to finally get a good cross into this. McGlynn with a great touch down to Daniel and does not put that on target whatsoever. And the last play of the night, it's going to come off of a Jack McGlynn corner kick. Jack Elliott hits the post, and Jesus Bueno has his shot saved by Tomas Romero. Again, we'll watch this one more time. This is a terrific delivery in here by Jack McGlynn, and this was an opportunity that the Union just couldn't capitalize, is headers on the night. We see them get a set-piece goal with Julian Carranza off the throw-in. But 2 chances here for the Union. Jack Elliott, Jesus Bueno, nothing can go in from them. This is a fantastic header by Jack, and just not on target. Jesus, good reaction to hit it on the volley. No chance. But I want to highlight this play. This is something that really stands out to me, and this is Joaquin Torres loses the ball and then no hustle back. See him just get out muscle for the ball, and look, he's just jogging right there, just walking back. No fight in him, and that's really poor. You've got to play defense there.